Hello, this is my fourth media assignment for English 214, right? 204? English 204, sorry, I have Dylan here for confirmation. Wave to the camera, Dylan. And I will be talking about some poetry in this one, because that's what we are talking about in class, is poetry. Okay, let's get right into it. The poem that I thought was the most interesting, provocative, etc., was My Papa's Waltz, and that's the one I detail in great lengths, over 800 words, in fact, of in the Storify assignment. And I chose it because of its ambiguity, and I said that also in the story that our discussion in class kind of talked about how it can either be seen as a positive or as a negative interaction. And I at first thought it was negative. I first thought it was abuse, and I viewed it as like an abusive kind of argument. Maybe a father comes home drunk and beats his kid. But then I was reading a couple like other opinions online, and it really got me thinking that it was not so much abuse as it was a fond memory of a son with his seemingly drunk dad coming home and maybe picking his son up and like dancing with him around the house even though he's drunk, and like maybe being a little too rough with him, but he wasn't abusing him. Or in my opinion, this is again my opinion, that it was maybe just a memory of a time where this kind of thing wasn't really out of the norm, but nowadays we really view it as kind of absurd that a father would leave his wife at home and go drink and come home and pick up his son and dance around the house. And there's a couple of reasons why I thought it wasn't abuse. The first one was that he clung to his dad so hard, and like, even when he was going to bed, he still clung to his dad's shirt. And I feel like if a dad was beating his son, the son wouldn't be clinging to the dad. He'd maybe be trying to run away or something like that. And the second one was that it said only one finger or one knuckle was battered or whatever. And I feel like when you punch or when you beat someone, it damages all knuckles and not just one. So I figured that would just be from his blue-collar job, and his palm caked by dirt is from working outside. So these kind of factors led me to believe that it wasn't really abuse, but a different time period, and we viewed it differently at first glance, given the time we live in. Okay, why I chose that. So I think it does serve its rhetorical purposes of getting a discussion going, I guess. I think it's a memory. That's why the main reason it was made, and I believe that it served its purpose of creating imagery. It creates a lot of imagery within a short amount of time. That you kind of picture this view in your head of maybe a little kid standing on his dad's shoes. His ears keep on hitting the buckle because his dad keeps on drunkenly taking wrong steps and trying to like dance with his kid as a joke or something like that. His mom just kind of looking in disapproval. And so I think it creates a lot of imagery and a lot of like, you can almost smell the whiskey when you hear or when you see it and picture this poem. So I definitely think it achieves its purpose. So that is my poem. That is my video blog. This is my first curation, and I hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you again soon, I suppose. Go Red Sox.